Hello and welcome to The Wise Senior, your daily guide to staying strong, healthy, and independent after 60. Today we start diving into an eye-opening topic: 6 pillars of support that become more reliable than family as we age. Let's uncover what truly keeps us steady. When it comes to aging with confidence, nothing gives you more control than financial independence. Let's be honest, money doesn't solve everything, but it gives you choices. And after 60, having choices is one of the most powerful forms of freedom you can have. You're no longer working full-time. Your income might be fixed, but that doesn't mean you have to feel limited. In fact, the smarter you manage your money now, the more peace of mind you'll have in the years ahead. Take Walter, for example, a 74-year-old retired postman who always believed his kids would step in if things got tough. He'd help them through college, babysat the grandkids, and even paid for a few emergencies. But when Walter's roof needed urgent repairs and his savings came up short, he reached out for help. His children wanted to support him, but between their own rent, childcare, and rising grocery costs, they simply couldn't. It was a wake-up call. Walter realized it wasn't a matter of love. It was reality. His kids had their own struggles. From that moment on, he committed to becoming more financially self-reliant. The truth is, you can't always count on your children to bail you out. And that's not because they don't care. It's because they're navigating a complex financial world too. Mortgage payments, health insurance, college savings, and inflation. It adds up. The best gift you can give them is not needing their help in a crisis. That's why your financial stability is one of the strongest and most reliable pillars of support you can have. Not because it makes you rich, but because it protects your independence. So how do you strengthen this pillar? Start with the basics. Build a monthly budget that actually works for your lifestyle. Know where every dollar goes, and make adjustments where you can. Cut back on unnecessary subscriptions, review insurance plans, and avoid impulse spending. A little awareness goes a long way. Next, prioritize an emergency fund. Even just a few $100s set aside for unexpected medical bills, home repairs, or car trouble can give you a sense of control when life throws a curveball. Experts recommend having 3 to 6 months of living expenses in savings, but start where you are. Consistency matters more than speed. Another smart move: talk to a trusted financial advisor, especially one who understands the needs of retirees. Whether it's a certified planner or a counselor from a nonprofit organization, they can help you navigate things like Social Security, Medicare, pensions, and retirement accounts. There are even free resources through community centers and senior advocacy groups designed just for this purpose. Also, take a close look at your recurring expenses. Are you paying for things you no longer use or need? Can you refinance your mortgage or switch to a more affordable phone plan? Every small change adds up, and every dollar saved becomes another brick in your foundation of independence. Financial freedom after 60 isn't about having a massive bank account. It's about having a plan. It's about knowing you can handle what life throws at you without panic, without debt, and without needing to ask anyone else for permission. Because here's the truth: when you are financially stable, you get to make decisions on your own terms. You get to say yes to the things that bring you joy, and no to the things that drain your resources. You sleep better, you feel safer, and most importantly, you stay in charge of your life. Your financial health is just as important as your physical or emotional well-being. So take time to check in on it, invest in it, and protect it, because it's the one kind of support that stays with you through every stage of life. If financial stability gives you freedom, your physical health is what allows you to keep it. After 60, your body becomes either your greatest ally or your biggest limitation. The truth is, your health doesn't just affect how you feel each day. It determines where you can go, what you can do, and how long you can live independently. And while your family may love you deeply, they can't walk for you. They can't prepare your meals or keep your blood pressure in check. That responsibility belongs to you. And the good news is, you have more power than you think. Let's take a moment to meet Evelyn, a 70-year-old retired librarian. After her husband passed, she found herself slowing down. She spent more time sitting, watching TV, and skipping meals. At first, she thought it was just part of aging. But one day, she struggled to climb the stairs in her own home and realized something needed to change. Her doctor wasn't surprised. "Use it or lose it," he said. That phrase stuck with her. So Evelyn started small, a 5-minute walk around the block, swapping soda for water, setting reminders to stretch every morning. Within a month, her energy improved. Within 3, she was walking a mile a day, sleeping better, and even gardening again. The stairs, no longer a problem. The lesson here is simple. Small changes add up, and they add up quickly. You don't have to train for a marathon to protect your health, but you do have to move. One of the best things you can do is take a daily walk. Just 20 to 30 minutes a day has been shown to improve heart health, support mobility, and reduce the risk of chronic conditions like diabetes and arthritis. And even if walking isn't an option, chair yoga, light stretching, or gentle strength exercises can work wonders. Hydration is another underestimated hero of good health. As we age, our sense of thirst declines, which means we often don't realize we're dehydrated. Drinking enough water, around 6 to 8 cups a day, helps keep joints lubricated, digestion smooth, and energy levels stable. Try keeping a water bottle nearby and sipping throughout the day. It's a simple habit with powerful results. And let's talk about food, real food, the kind that comes from the ground, not a factory. After 60, your body processes nutrients differently. You need more protein to maintain muscle, more fiber to support digestion, and fewer processed carbohydrates to avoid blood sugar spikes. Think leafy greens, berries, salmon, sweet potatoes, beans, oats, and lean meats. These foods don't just fuel your body, they fight inflammation, improve brain health, and help you feel more energized. Another non-negotiable, regular checkups, annual physicals, blood pressure checks, vision and hearing tests, and age-appropriate screenings can catch problems early before they become something harder to manage. Don't wait until something feels wrong. Prevention is your best defense, and catching an issue early could save you from pain, expense, or even disability down the road. And here's something many seniors overlook: your balance. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury in older adults, and most of them are preventable. Practice simple balance exercises, like standing on one foot while brushing your teeth, or walking heel to toe in a straight line. You can even join a Tai Chi class, or try a senior-friendly yoga routine. Keeping your legs strong and your reflexes sharp can mean the difference between staying on your feet or facing months of recovery. Ultimately, your physical health is the foundation for everything else in life. Without it, traveling becomes harder, hobbies fade away, even the simplest joys, like gardening, playing with grandkids, or cooking your favorite meal, can slip out of reach. But with the right habits, you can stay strong, active, and in control. So ask yourself today, what's one small change I can make right now? A 10-minute walk, swapping one sugary snack for fruit, drinking one more glass of water. Every healthy choice is a step toward freedom, because the stronger your body, the longer your independence will last. And after all, isn't that what we all want? To live life on our own terms, for as long as we can. After 60, your social life isn't just a bonus, it's a lifeline. Here's something most people don't expect. Loneliness isn't just unpleasant, it's dangerous. In fact, studies have shown that chronic loneliness can be just as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It increases your risk of heart disease, cognitive decline, depression, and even premature death. And yet, as we age, many of us find our social circles shrinking, sometimes without even realizing it. Friends move away, loved ones pass on, family members get busy with their own lives, and slowly what was once a vibrant network of connection begins to fade. Take the story of Leonard, a 76-year-old retired high school coach. When he stopped working, he figured he'd enjoy the quiet, but after a year of watching TV and eating meals alone, he noticed something wasn't right. He felt sluggish, forgetful, unmotivated. His doctor didn't prescribe medication. He recommended joining a senior walking group. That one change made all the difference. Leonard found himself laughing again, sharing stories, even mentoring younger members. His energy came back. His memory improved. All because he reconnected with people. The truth is, human beings are wired for connection, at any age, but especially in our later years. Maintaining meaningful relationships becomes one of the most powerful ways to protect our mental, emotional, and physical health. And know your adult children, as much as they love you, can't fill this role entirely. They may visit when they can. They might call every Sunday, but they have careers, families, and demands that pull them in many directions. That's why it's essential to create a social life that doesn't rely solely on your family. So where do you start? It doesn't have to be complicated. Start small. Call an old friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Say hello to your neighbor. Strike up a conversation at the grocery store or local cafe. Connection often begins with the simplest of gestures. Or take it a step further and join a group. Book clubs, walking groups, volunteer programs, senior centers, art classes. These are not just activities, they're opportunities. Every event is a doorway to new relationships, new laughter, new purpose, and don't underestimate digital connection. If you have loved ones far away, learning how to use video calls or social media can make a surprising difference. Many seniors who once felt isolated now stay in regular contact with grandkids, siblings, and old friends, thanks to tools like Zoom, Facebook, or even texting. A 5-minute chat can brighten your entire day. Another powerful option is volunteering. Helping others doesn't just make the world better, it makes you feel better too. Whether it's reading to children at the library, serving at a local food pantry, or mentoring someone younger, volunteering gives you structure, meaning, and genuine human interaction. If you're feeling hesitant, that's okay. Making new friends in your 60s, 70s, or 80s might feel awkward at first, but remember you're not alone. Many people your age are in the same boat, looking for connection and unsure where to begin. Be the one who reaches out. You might be surprised how quickly friendships form when you take the first step. And here's something powerful to remember. Every conversation is a reminder that you belong, that you're not invisible, that your stories, your laughter, your presence still matter deeply. Because when you surround yourself with people who see you, hear you, and enjoy being with you, you don't just add years to your life, you add life to your years. So take that step, make the call, join the group, go to the event. Your next best friendship could be waiting right around the corner. After retirement, or when the kids have grown and moved on, many seniors find themselves asking a quiet but powerful question: what now? It's a shift that catches many people by surprise. For decades, your identity may have been tied to your job, your family, your responsibilities. You were the provider, the caretaker, the dependable one. But now that those roles have changed or even disappeared, it's easy to feel unneeded, overlooked, or uncertain about your place in the world. But here's the truth: your sense of purpose doesn't retire. It evolves. You may no longer clock into a job or pack school lunches, but the need for meaning doesn't go away. In fact, finding a renewed sense of purpose after 60 can be one of the most powerful things you can do for your mental, emotional, and even physical well-being. Take the story of Barbara, a 70-year-old woman who spent most of her adult life as a nurse and mother of 3. When she retired and her children started families of their own, she suddenly found herself with long, quiet days. At first, she enjoyed the rest, but soon she started feeling restless, even depressed. "I didn't know what to do with myself," she admitted. "I had so much time but no direction." That changed when she signed up to volunteer at a local elementary school, helping kids with reading. Every Tuesday and Thursday morning, she had somewhere to be, kids who lit up when she walked through the door, and work that made her feel needed again. "It gave me purpose," she said. "I wasn't just filling time, I was making a difference." That's the secret. Purpose doesn't have to be big or dramatic. It just needs to be meaningful to you. Maybe it's mentoring young people, sharing the wisdom you've earned over a lifetime. Maybe it's exploring a new hobby, painting, woodworking, gardening, photography, not to impress anyone, but to express yourself. Maybe it's traveling to places you've always wanted to see, or writing your life story to pass down to your grandchildren. Purpose can be found in small routines too. Growing your own vegetables, walking dogs at the local shelter, learning a new instrument, or helping other seniors navigate retirement and aging. It's not about filling your schedule, it's about filling your soul. And the benefits of having purpose go far beyond just feeling good. Scientific research shows that seniors with a strong sense of purpose tend to live longer, stay mentally sharper, and are less likely to suffer from depression. Purpose boosts energy. It motivates you to take care of your health. It even helps protect against memory loss and cognitive decline. Even something as simple as setting a goal for the week, like finishing a puzzle, calling an old friend, or attending a community class, can give you that sense of forward motion that so many people lose after retirement. And here's something important to remember. Your purpose is yours. It doesn't have to look like anyone else's. You don't need to start a nonprofit, write a book, or change the world. You just need something that gives your days direction and your life meaning. If you've been feeling adrift, like your days blend together or lack excitement, that's a sign, not of failure, but of transition. It means it's time to ask yourself, what gives me joy? What makes me feel useful, engaged, or alive? And then start there. One step at a time. The key is to stop waiting for others to fill the gap. You don't need your children, your job, or anyone else to give your life meaning. That power is already inside you. So don't think of this chapter as the end. Think of it as a new beginning, a time to rediscover passions you set aside, to embrace freedom you've earned, and to finally do the things that bring you true joy. When you wake up each day with something to look forward to, something that matters to you, life feels vibrant again. You move with more energy, more focus, and more gratitude. Because the most fulfilling life isn't the one filled with activity, it's the one filled with purpose. The strongest support system you'll ever build is within yourself. As we get older, life doesn't always get easier. It just gets different. The challenges may change, but they don't disappear. Friends move away or pass on. Children grow up and build lives of their own. Our bodies slow down, and sometimes grief or loneliness settles in quietly when no one else is around to see it. But here's the truth. No one tells you your ability to bounce back, to keep going, even when life gets tough, is more important now than ever. That strength, it's called emotional resilience. And it might just be the most powerful pillar of support you'll ever have. Emotional resilience doesn't mean you don't feel pain. It doesn't mean pretending everything's fine when it isn't. It means you have the inner tools to face your emotions, process them in a healthy way, and come out the other side with your peace and dignity intact. Think about Evelyn, a 76-year-old woman from Ohio who lost her husband after nearly 50 years of marriage. For months, she felt like her world had ended. She leaned heavily on her two daughters at first, calling them often just to hear a familiar voice, but they had families and jobs of their own. They loved her deeply, but they couldn't be there for every tear, every quiet evening, every aching memory. That's when Evelyn realized something important. If she was going to heal, she had to find strength within herself. So she started journaling every morning, pouring out her grief on paper. She joined a local support group for widows. She practiced deep breathing when anxiety crept in. And slowly her days began to feel lighter. Not because the pain disappeared, but because she learned how to carry it differently. That's emotional resilience. It's the quiet confidence that even if things fall apart, you won't. It's knowing how to soothe your own stress, how to find perspective when your mind is racing, and how to comfort yourself when no one else is around. And it's something you can build, starting today. Begin with reflection. Writing in a journal each morning or evening helps clear your mind and untangle emotions. You don't have to be a great writer, just honest. Let your thoughts flow. What are you feeling today? What do you need? What small thing brought you joy? Practice mindfulness. You don't need fancy apps or meditation cushions. Just sit somewhere quiet, close your eyes, and breathe deeply. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Hold it, then exhale slowly. Doing this for 5 minutes a day can calm your nervous system, reduce stress, and help you reconnect with the present moment. Create emotional routines that anchor you. It might be sipping your coffee on the porch while watching the sunrise, listening to soft music while folding laundry, calling an old friend once a week just to laugh. These little rituals build emotional steadiness over time. Don't be afraid to talk to someone. Emotional resilience also means knowing when to seek support. That might be a trusted friend, a therapist, a pastor, or a local senior center counselor. Strength doesn't mean going it alone. It means knowing where your limits are and reaching out before things feel overwhelming. Also, protect your emotional space. That means reducing time with people who drain you or criticize more than they support. It's okay to set boundaries, even with family. You are not responsible for other people's happiness, and you're allowed to protect your peace. And here's something few people say out loud. Sometimes you'll have a hard day for no reason. You'll feel down, or restless, or emotional, and that's okay. Aging doesn't make us immune to sadness, frustration, or uncertainty. But with emotional resilience, you learn to ride those waves instead of being swept away by them. The good news? Emotional strength builds like a muscle. Every time you get through a tough moment without breaking, you get stronger. Every time you choose self-care over self-criticism, you build inner trust. And every time you face discomfort instead of running from it, you grow. The best part is that emotional resilience isn't something you had to start in your youth. It's never too late to strengthen the relationship you have with yourself. So if you're going through a tough time right now, if you're missing someone, facing a health challenge, or simply feeling uncertain about this new stage of life, know this: you are not weak. You are human, and you are capable of more than you realize. You've made it this far. You've weathered storms, faced setbacks, and carried burdens others never even saw. That alone proves you have resilience. Now it's time to nurture it intentionally. Because while support from others may come and go, the strength you build inside yourself, that's yours forever. In the later chapters of life, your greatest advantage isn't how much you've lived. It's how well you adapt. One truth is certain: as we grow older, life continues to change. The world moves fast. Technology advances, relationships evolve, and routines that once brought comfort may no longer fit the way they used to. And while it's natural to feel a bit resistant to change, those who thrive after 60 aren't the ones who hold on tight to the past. They're the ones who stay flexible, curious, and willing to try something new. Adaptability is freedom. It's what allows you to keep your independence, your connections, and your sense of joy, even when circumstances shift. Think about Eleanor, a 74-year-old woman from Michigan. For years, she hosted Sunday dinners for her family, filling her home with laughter and love. But as her children moved out of state, and her grandchildren became teenagers with busy schedules, those dinners became less frequent. At first, Eleanor felt lost. She missed the noise, the company, and the routine. But instead of sinking into isolation, she chose to adapt. She bought a tablet, watched a few tutorials, and learned how to use video calling apps. Now every Sunday, she FaceTimes with her family from around the country. They laugh, eat together, and even play virtual card games. Is it the same as having everyone in the same room? No, but it's still connection. It's still love. And it's proof that adaptation can preserve the things that matter, just in a different form. Being adaptable doesn't mean letting go of who you are. It means being open to discovering who you can still become. Learning to adapt in your 60s, 70s, and beyond isn't just about keeping up with technology. It's about keeping your spirit alive. It's about saying yes to new experiences instead of fearing them. It's about realizing that growth doesn't stop just because the calendar says you've retired. Try learning something new. Maybe you've always wanted to learn how to paint, cook a different cuisine, or understand how your smartphone actually works. Take a class, watch a YouTube tutorial, or ask your grandchild to teach you. Not only will you gain a new skill, you'll gain confidence, and confidence is contagious. Join something unfamiliar: a local walking club, a community class, a virtual book discussion. You might feel unsure at first, but that's okay. Every new experience begins with discomfort, but ends with growth. And every time you step outside your comfort zone, you send a message to yourself: I am still capable. I am still learning. I still have so much life left to live. And don't be afraid to let go of routines that no longer serve you. Maybe you used to do things a certain way: grocery shopping on Saturdays, driving everywhere yourself, or handwriting every note. But if online grocery delivery makes life easier, or using a ride service keeps you safe, or sending an email helps you stay connected, embrace it. Progress isn't something to fear, it's something to use. Look at Gerald, age 78. When several of his longtime friends moved away or passed on, he found himself spending more time alone. At first he thought, this is just how it is at my age. But then he read an article about virtual discussion groups for veterans. He joined one. Now every Wednesday night he's online sharing stories, advice and laughter with people from across the country who share his background. It didn't replace his old friendships, but it built new ones. Adapting doesn't erase what you've loved. It honors the past by creating a future you can still enjoy. And here's something beautiful. When you adapt, you inspire. Your children see you learning new things and feel proud. Your grandchildren see you texting and smile. Your friends see you trying and feel encouraged to try too. Because adaptability is contagious. It signals vitality, courage, and wisdom. The kind of wisdom that says I've lived through a lot and I'm still growing. So if you've ever felt overwhelmed by the pace of change or unsure about learning something new, remember this: it's not about being perfect. It's about being willing. Start with one small thing today. Update your phone, watch a tutorial, visit a new place, ask for help if you need it, and celebrate each moment of progress, no matter how small. Because the more adaptable you are, the more you stay engaged, connected, and confident. And in the end, that's what keeps you truly free. At this stage in life, true strength doesn't come from how much help you get from others. It comes from what you build within yourself. Your finances, your health, your friendships, your purpose, your emotional resilience, and your ability to adapt. These 6 pillars are the foundation of real independence after 60. When they're strong, you don't just survive, you thrive. So take a moment today, right now, to ask yourself, which pillar do I need to strengthen next? Because no matter your age, you still have power, choice, and purpose. And the best part, it's never too late to start. Thank you for watching The Wise Senior. If you found value in today's video, please like, share, and subscribe. We're here to help you stay strong, healthy, and independent, one day at a time. And before you go, tell us in the comments, which of the 6 pillars stood out to you most? Which one are you working on in your life right now? We read every comment, and your story might just inspire someone else today. See you in the next video.